Hello.
Hey, hello.
What a surprise to see you.
What a surprise to see you too.
Wow.
I haven't seen you so long.
It's
huh?
been a long
It's been a long time. Yeah.
What
Sure.
are we talking about today?
I have no idea. We do this every time we sit down. We go, okay, there's all these questions people are asking us. Let's do another one. Let's get some more stuff answered. And then we sit down and we go, I don't know.
I'm the guest. I'm not supposed to come up with the topics.
No.
Yes.
No.
Okay. We get asked all the time.
Yes.
If I cook.
True.
Do I ever cook anything out of the cookbook?
True. I get a lot of that. Yes, I do. Yes.
And since I'm hungry for dinner, let's talk about that.
Okay, let's talk about that. So, what people might not know, which, first of all, I love all the messages that we're getting. I get a big kick out of it, and I know Bob does too, on how much you're enjoying this and getting to know us. And it's funny to hear friends of ours and people that know us personally and go, that they find it hysterical because this is exactly how we are.
This is it.
This is it. This is how we are. So, so just being us. This is just us. What people might not know is that when you were going through college...
I went to the Sorbonne.
No, he did not go to the Sorbonne. He did not go there. But you baked for Dunkin Donuts.
I did.
When they actually would bake in-house.
Well, you've skipped.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
You've skipped. I actually worked at Wendy's.
That's right. That was your first job.
Yes.
In the food industry.
Slinging beef, as they say. Time to lean, time to clean.
Oh my God.
But then I parlayed that experience into a sweet job baking for Dunkin Donuts, which I did for like 3 years.
Was it 3 years?
Yep.
Okay.
So they started me off doing bake shop after classes.
Yeah.
So I was making muffins, brownies, and cookies. Mm-hmm. And then from there, I went up to donuts.
Oof.
And let me tell you, that's a lot of work.
Yeah.
That is a lot of work.
Yes, it is.
I mean, when you're making those donuts, you're starting with a 50-pound bag of flour and then, how you're making the yeast, you're proofing it. I mean, it was real baking at an industrial scale. They do it all by robots now.
Well, I think it comes out of one main area and no longer in the store.
Right.
They're shipped frozen or something. I don't know.
Donut factory.
A donut factory somewhere. That would sound amazing.
But yeah, I did that.
Donut factory.
it does. I did that for a long time, for like 3 years, and made a ton of donuts. Needless to say, I worked overnight shift. I worked weekends.
And this is all while you were going to college.
Did all that, yeah. Working my way through college, and got to the end. I wasn't eating a lot of donuts. I would say there was one shift where I believe I ate like a dozen donuts.
No, you did not.
Sure. I was hungry. I was a growing boy. It was before I was the strapping lad I am today. I was trying to put some muscle on. So.
Sure. Okay. That's the story we're sticking with.
That's the story.
That's the story we're going with.
And I'm staying with it. So that was. Yeah. And now you're just gonna make. There's nothing I can say that you're gonna take seriously. But I certainly learned how to bake.
Yes. And you are a wonderful baker. One of my favorite cakes is carrot cake, for those that don't know. And now you know.
Which they don't make at Dunkin Donuts.
No, they do not. But when you knew that was one of my favorite cakes, for my birthday or for, besides my favorite dessert, Portuguese dessert is arroz doce, but that's a whole other story. You would always make and have made my carrot cake, which is out of this world.
From scratch.
From scratch.
From scratch. Including, it's not frosting, including the cream, the topping.
Yes. It's not frosting.
Which was good. I don't have a lot of time to bake. I guess I have more time now, thanks to COVID. We just don't eat as many baked goods as
we don't. We really don't.
We used to because
the kids aren't
The
here.
kids aren't here to help us eat it. So
it's just the two of us now, and Gracie, and she can't have sweets. So
I like to bake. I do breakfasts.
Yes.
Usually I'm the breakfast guy.
Yep. You're really good at that too. But if I said, Bob, I need I don't have time to do this, you would do it. You'd have.
Well, that sounds like a setup. I mean, like, what would I be doing?
Exactly.
Be nice.
Okay.
Be nice.
But
It goes
you
on
would.
YouTube.
Yeah. Oh, that's true.
Yes, I've...
No, you do. You're a good cook.
Yes.
You are. I mean...
It's just following directions.
It is. I mean, it is. But baking is more a science where you have to follow directions. You can't improvise. But whereas cooking, you can add a little bit of this, omit that, make it your own. And so cooking, you've got a free way of doing it. And you've done it before, and I think you've done a great job. So, so for those that say out there, does he cook? Yes, he cooks and he bakes.
And I would venture that if you're away, I cook more for myself than if I'm away, you cooking for yourself.
You're right. You're right. You're right. Because usually I cook for others,
But
not for
yourself.
me. Isn't that funny? Ooh.
But I cook for
We're
myself.
getting very introspective here right now.
And the heck with the rest of you.
And I'm all about everybody else. Bob Lawton. Did I just learn something about myself? I think I did.
What? What? What did you learn?
That I think of others first before me.
That is beautiful. And I also say, when we first got married and we were working in retail,
yes,
we weren't always working. Well, we were in different stores and we had different shifts. So sometimes I would cook, so you'd have something to eat when you came home back and forth. And then generally what would happen is I would make something, and then we'd like it, but 2 days later Maria would make it better. So there is that. Not that she was trying to one-up me, but she has a super palate.
I do have a super palate.
You do have a super palate. She's a great talent. If we go into a restaurant and there's a secret ingredient, there have been times when we'll be talking to the chef and Marie will ask what the secret ingredient is, and they'll say, well, we don't want to say, and she'll say, it's coriander, right? And they're just like crestfallen because her taste buds are that
good.
sensitive. So when she says I could make this better, she can. So I don't take that as an insult.
Yeah. The last time we did that was we were in the Azores, and there is a place where they make this delicious cake, and I asked the woman there, how do you make this cake? Oh, I can't tell you. It's a family secret. There's always these family secrets, and as being Portuguese, we get this. We get this all the time, even from family members. We get, oh, it's a secret, or they'll give you the wrong ingredients. But I digress. And and she said something, and she went, oh, it's this, that, and I went, okay, I can taste this, and this, and she went, oh yeah, that's exactly it. Like, okay, I guess it's not much of a secret then.
I can't do that.
Yeah, well.
This taste that reminds me of something exotic. Like, oh, it's cinnamon. It wasn't exotic. It was just cinnamon. That's all.
Well, a little cinnamon goes a long way.
That's all.
Just an FYI.
So when we're at like book signings,
yes,
and you are chatting up with folks,
yep,
and I'm there as security,
yes,
keeping the pen fresh,
yes,
that sort of thing.
I have been asked if he was my bodyguard. This is very early on, and I'm like, no, that's my husband. But yes, he's my bodyguard. He's my husband. He's my best pal.
It would be better to say,
yes,
I'm a black belt.
Oh, okay. He's a black belt.
And I know things.
And
so
he knows
don't
things.
mess with me. But
don't mess.
Now we've gone on a tangent.
I'm sorry.
We're in a silly mood tonight.
I'm sorry.
So people will be standing in front of me waiting to talk to you.
Yeah.
And they'll want to ask me questions about cooking. And I'm sorry, folks, I just don't know. I'm aware of a lot of it because I'm there watching it being cooked, but I don't follow it to the same detail.
But what recipe do you like to make out of the book? That was one of the questions we get a lot.
Well, that's a fair question. Hot dog soup is not...
There is no... I do not make hot dog soup.
Okay, well...
That's not true. That is not true. We're going back to hot dogs again. The last time we finished our podcast, we ended with, we're hungry now, we're going to have hot dogs. We did not have hot dogs. It's very rare that we have hot dogs.
I've had to cut back on salt, so I haven't had the hot dogs I wanted to have. But... now I'm blanking on the page, but it is the stewed tomatoes. That is my
the sublada with the eggs in it.
The eggs.
Yeah.
It's really easy. That's not why it's my choice. It is so good. And by the way, it's really easy.
Yeah.
Tomato season. You can use fresh tomatoes. We use canned tomatoes.
Yeah.
And it's as much onion as it is tomato.
Yeah.
And let that simmer, and that in a pot, that over rice.
And then a poached egg in it.
I like it cold. I like it hot.
Yeah, it's
with
good.
The poached egg, it's terrific.
It is.
Get it on your plate, crack the yolk, let the yolk spill over everything. It is tremendous. But I'll make that.
Yeah.
I will make soup.
Yes. You're a very good soup maker. You love soups. I mean, you would have soups all the time.
I would have soup every day. Summer soup, I would.
Yes, we've called it that now. Yes. Because our children are just like, we're like, well, what are you having for dinner tonight? And he goes, oh, I'm having a soup. And they're like, Dad, it's summertime. Why are you having hot soup? And he goes, it's summertime soup.
It's summer soup.
It's summer soup. So that's what we call it.
I like soup. So, yeah, I'll make soup. I don't make a lot of other things from the cookbook because
that's me.
That's you.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm always testing out stuff, and I'm always tweaking things, and trying to find new recipes, and I have people reach out to me who are have diabetes or are they need gluten free. They've got this, they've got that, so it's always tweaking some stuff sometimes for people too. So I always try to adjust things. So it's always it's kind of neat. It's kind of neat. So yeah, so I'm always cooking. That's always.
But we cook together. Mm-hmm. And
we do.
It's like a well-orchestrated ballet. The way I'm cleaning, arranging, chopping, while you're doing your thing, and I'm just making sure there's no impediments.
Thank you.
That's what I do.
Oh, wow.
That's what I do.
So, yes. So the answer, so many minutes later, to the one question, the answer is yes. He does cook.
That was the question?
Yes, that was the question.
Okay.
We just went on a long string of answer for one.
So, yes, I can cook. And we cannot skip this fact.
What?
As well.
What's that?
Is my mom worked part-time when I was a kid.
Yes.
And a lot of times I would have to put things in the oven for her or do some little things to get started. So my mom...
So we have to thank her for it.
Certainly.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Joan. That was terrific.
When I married you, she said he knows how to cook, he knows how to clean, he knows how to do laundry, and he knows how to iron. So, I've trained him and I've taught him well.
See, I'm at a disadvantage because Maria's mom didn't speak English, so I still don't know if she can clean or...
Oh my God! Oh my God! That's an insult now! Oh my God! We're gonna end our podcast with an insult.
I think somebody is going to prove me wrong this weekend. This house is going to look terrific.
Oh my God!
Yes, I cook and I clean.
Yes, he does.
I am a catch.
He is. He is.
We'll see
All
you
right.
next time.
We'll see you next time, folks. Bye now.